Yeah, so today we are learning about switch block. Okay, so switch block is a main block, I will say, because most of the time you have to use switch block while developing the models, because whenever you are choosing two values, whenever you have to choose two values in between, that time mostly you have to go with the switch block. Okay, so as previously I developed this logic, so the main topic of this block is that what type of code this block will generate. Okay, so many times people will ask you that switch block which type of code will generate. If it will generate the code in type of if else, and why if else I will show that you in few minutes. But before that I will show you some blocks which are I use new here. So some is input block and some these are the output block. See, whenever you are working into the live project into the industry, that time you have to use only input and output, because whenever you are generating the codes, that time you are not able to use the display block. Okay, these topics I will cover these topics in future videos. Okay, so let's start with the switch block. So basically, see, always see, switch block will work as true or false. Okay, which is nothing but if or else. See, if or else, why it is if else and why it is true or false. See, always remember that the switch block will have three inputs. The main input is this one is nothing but the control input, we can say. Okay, so this one is the control input. So I will just give a name here, control input. Okay, this one is the control input, this one is the data input. Okay, so why are here? Okay, sorry guys, sorry. So this one is data input. Okay, see, so whenever you just see, people will ask you what is the control input, what is data input. Okay, so what is control input, why it is control input, because from this only we are controlling the value is true or false. From this only we are controlling the output of this switch block. Okay, you will get to know more the switch block and all the things when you go into the development part morely, while developing the codes, while doing the mill testing, seal testing, more into the coverage analysis. Okay, so basically here we are talking about what type of code it will generate. Okay, so see, whenever you are giving, this one is the control input. See, whenever this value, and always keep in mind that this values always will be into the boolean form only. Okay, so it will be boolean, nothing but 1 and 0. So when this value is 1, it will give the true value. Whatever connected the value to first port, first data input, it will give that value only. Okay, and when the value is 0, 0 is nothing but false, so it will always give the value of third port. Okay, keep in mind that it will always give the output of third port. Whenever it is 0, it will give false. Whenever it is 1, it will give true. So it will generate the code of nothing but if else. I will just show you. Okay, all the settings I did earlier, so I will just get back and just uh, I will just build the model. So let's see, it will generate the code for us, guys. Okay, okay, it's taking time. So I will, first of all I will run, so I will see that is there any errors are there or not. Okay, so whenever you are generating the codes, okay, keep in mind that you have to use subsystem, because for the subsystems only you will able to generate the codes, and for these subsystems you have to use input and output. Okay, because why I use this input and output, because see, while developing this model, by doing the testing for that model, I can't use here by testing one input. Okay, there are more inputs will be, right? So that's why I choose here, and the output is the same. So let's see why it's not running. So it's running. Wait for some time, because it will generate the codes, and I will show you why it will, how it will generate the if else code. Okay, so wait for some time. Yeah, Okay, so always keep in mind that whatever code generated from the model, it will be always into .c file. Okay, so we'll go into the .c and it will start with step void function. Okay, so here step void function is there, so I'll just step void. How many codes? Okay, sorry, let's start. Yeah, so if you are checking the this code, I told you, right, whenever anytime for any model, if you check, the function will start with the step void. Okay, so the this one is the model step function. From here you can check your code. Okay, so we how it, see here if, okay, and here is, so what they are saying, if switch block is not equal to 0, okay, not equal to 0 means it is false, that time output will be true value. Okay, okay, not equal to 0, that time output will be true value, and way else output will be false value. Okay, so whenever the input is not equal to 0, your output will be true value. Not equal to 0 means it will, whenever it is 1, that time your output will be true value. So if you want to check that one, you can click here and it will show that. Okay, but more details about the code generation and all the, see, I will show you into the next videos, definitely in future videos. So before that, we'll just know that how, which type of code it generated and how it is working. So I just want to show that one, that's why I created this small video. So let's see, we'll meet into the next video.